What's happening in this stream is that me and Astni, we're going to be writing creepypastas, stock standard stuff. We're going to do multiple rounds. We're going to do 3 rounds where they get longer and longer. And at the end of each round, we're going to read each other's creepypastas. And then we're going to also be scoring on a bingo card on the side. For every single square that you fill, you get 1 point. And if you get a bingo, you get 3 points. Whoever scores the most points wins, obviously. And they win a crazy prize. They win the satisfaction of winning. All right. So I guess... honestly, we might as well just start now.
Yeah, so are we ready for the official first round of writing?
No. Okay, now I am. Timer starting now. Okay, creepypastas. I have no knowledge of creepypastas. This one's going to be a bit interesting. I might need some music to write to. What? It's a good song! It's music to write to. Okay, I've already lost like a minute and a half. The Sharpie factory lurker who built in a Sharpie factory to eat the failed Sharpies. How do they make Sharpies? Do they... I'll make it up. I'll figure it out. The main character starts going crazy and eats Sharpies himself. The Sharpie factory lurker was the boss. And okay, let's write this up really, really quick. Pitter patter over to the door on the rainy pavement. I played a lot of CS2 earlier today, and I'm exhausted. Who's there? I yell out into the dark building. Nobody. Something. Presumably, nobody replies. Then I realize what the monster is. It's my boss! And I start crying and go to call my mom. But then a Sharpie robot picks me up by the scruff of my neck and eats me! I hear them conversing often, usually about the weather and esports. Then I die!
I am finished.
That's actually great, because I also just finished, and I think I have a masterpiece. Timer's up.
You're gonna read my story, I'm gonna read yours.
Okay, who reads first?
I wanna read yours.
Okay, mine is like a very intense narrative.
Alright. I enter Sharpie Co. for your first night of work. I like the changing of the subject just immediately. As I get out of my car in the parking lot, I hear a loud scream from the inside. Probably just the machinery. I pitter-patter over to the next door on the rainy pavement and fumble with my keys for a moment until I manage to unlock the door and get in. I swiftly travel down the winding maze-like corridors to my desk at the back of the building. As I walk, I hear a scraping sound behind me. I turn around periodically, but nothing is there. As I sit down at my desk, feeling tired, I begin feeling tired. I played a lot of CS2 earlier today, and I'm exhausted. I begin to doze off, and I wake up sometime later to the sound of scribbling. Who's there? I yell out into the dark building.
Nobody.
Something. Presumably nobody replies. I walk out into the hall. Shotgun loaded full of buckshots. Individual buckshot just in the shotgun. Not encased in a shell or anything. Just put the pellets in there.
I pour him in.
Just cram them into the shotgun.
Yep, you know it.
Don't move.
But as I turn the corner, I see what looks like a blob of flesh and Sharpies, and not some intruder. I lower the gun a bit. What are you? I ask. The thing looks at me. It's got pores all over, and it's very highly detailed, with all those gross fleshy grooves and hair follicles. And worst of all, plastic marked with the Sharpie brand embedded in its skin. Suddenly its eyes glow and I scream and run the other way. This is engaging, but something was familiar. I turn in a corner to the boss's office. The monster is right behind me. I slam the door and put a chair in front of it. The monster scratches and scribbles on the door, eventually sounding like it left. In the center of the office is a portrait of the boss, with his gross fleshy grooves and hair follicles. And then I realize what the monster is. It's my boss. I quickly open the door and start running. As I run by the factory line, I see demonly red smoke possessing the machinery, causing it to build killer Sharpie robot Terminators. I see the front door ahead of me. I begin running real quick, but then I trip. I ran embarrassingly on my face and I start crying and go to call my mom, but then a Sharpie robot picks me up by the scruff of my neck and eats me. Next thing I know, I wake up in a cell and it's covered in Sharpies. I'm stuck here forever. The days go by, then the weeks. On and on, I sit in that cell withering away, only able to eat Sharpies for sustenance. Eventually they start fusing into my skin, and the scratching of the monsters begins sounding like words. I hear them conversing often, usually about the weather and esports. Then I die. The end.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. You put a lot more effort in it than I did.
Really?
I mean, yeah, a lot more.
Okay, well, let's see what you have here. All right. Scary story. So I was sitting here in my house, and I found a cool video game sitting in my front porch. And it was called don'tpee.exe. And it was actually on my email. I lied about having it on my front porch. So anyways, I downloaded the file, and I didn't expect for my PC to crash. So anyways, I went to my neighbor's house, and I ran the game there. And it took exactly 4.52 seconds for the game to load. Y después que cargo el juego, yo me asusté, me cagué y me hice pee-pee. And since I peed myself, I couldn't play the game anymore. And that's when it appeared on my bedroom door. The pee-pee poo-poo man. Anyways, I screamed so hard, my parents woke up because it was 4:17:26 a.m. exactly, and I was very scared, and I'm being punished for my sins by God himself who told me I'm a bad gamer. And then the pee-pee poo-poo man came and crushed my family with his bare fist, and then I climbed all the way to the top of his back, and then I did a kickflip, snapped the bad guy's neck, and saved the day. I was listening to Kevin MacLeod the entire time. Is that a link?
No, look at the comments.
I can't put that in base 64. I can't read base 64. Can you tell me what it says?
It just says like, hello, I am the man, the pee-pee poo-poo man. I am coming for you, evil smiley face.
Oh, that's terrifying, actually. I didn't want to. Yeah. All right, let's get to the bingo. Cryptographer required. I think that's one, right?
Yeah, because I put just an entire thing in base 64.
Refuses anything other than a knife with a backflip count.
That's normally for the killer, but
you know what? I'll say superhuman feats because
yeah, that's definitely what I was.
I don't think normal people can do a backflip.
Damn, I'm not getting a lot of these.
I mean, I think not calling the police for no reason applies to yours too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wait, I finished first, right?
I think so, by a little bit.
Okay, that's great. That means I get the extra, what was it, 2 points?
Oh, yeah, wait, I think we did do that, didn't we? Wait, actually,
yeah.
when did you finish? Did you unmute immediately after you finished? Because
I unmuted immediately after I finished.
Okay, so yeah. I'm at 3 points and you're at 4 points, I believe.
Oh, let's go! I win the first round!
Are we ready to just write up our next one?
Yeah, sure. What is it, 30 minutes this time?
30 minutes this time. Starting timer in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. So we're making a dumpster diving story today. Our main character, who is secretly a government agent who is doing a mission to dumpster dive for goodies, but there is a homeless man who lives in the dumpster and eats people. Here, let me actually put on actual streaming music that I normally run with. Okay, so we got the potatoes, we got the alleyway barbarian, we got the government agent. I mean, why don't we just get cracking then, huh? We have used 4 minutes so far. You run into the alleyway guy, the barbarian specifically, named Barry. No, what's a nerdier name? What's a stupid nerd? Josh? Okay. offers a weapon, but you have to roll Riz. Yes, literally a Riz check, except our character is a little bit too out of the kids these days lingo, so you don't even know what that means. You're like, okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. We'll do in case you forgot, especially when it's like the homeless man is foreshadowed. 3 episodes? Okay, we'll split into 3 episodes. Get back to the alley where specifically where Josh is looking very smug. You know, that like cheeky smirk on the face. You know, I told you so. And as you roll a Riz check for some band-aids, you fail. And episode 3 is going back for revenge. You send in the Navy. Okay, we have our plot synopsis. Let's get this writing. Okay, we'll write in the first person once again. I am on a mission. What's like a really official sounding name? Hi, Chancellor Doug. Look at the map I was given. It's got a lot of things marked on it. Tons of Taco Bell, bathrooms, and other goodies. A random guy with glasses and platform Crocs bumbles up to me. Okay, I think that is episode 1, right? Okay, perfect. We have the previously. This is legendary. What's a really weird thing to have in mass in a junkyard? A heap of shiny cans that someone is collecting. Okay. I gotta be quick here. I decide to call my family. They are all bunched up on the FaceTime and start instantly making fun of me and my receding hairline. Bam! Bang! Screech! Oomph! Squish? Yeah. Navy. Okay. There we go. Now that is something. Is that it? Is that everything? I think we should
finish.
Fuck! I just finished. Okay, that one's actually a photo finish. What do we do about that? I was finished for like a good solid 30 seconds.
Oh, in that case, yeah, you get the points.
It's split into 3 episodes. It's definitely a little bit longer than the last one.
I would say mine's pretty good, but in the sense that like you're high and also stranded on like an island somewhere. Yeah.
All right. Should I start reading first, seeing as you read mine?
Yeah. Let's have a change of pace.
I was at the police station. I did not expect the day that I was about to have, the scariest moment of my life. Little did I know, I was going to meet the killer of the night, Clarence Blood Rage Stevens. Mugshot from the incident. I got a call from the dispatch. The vice president told me to check out a small-scale murder over on Idaho, and when I got there, I saw the worst scene of my life. There's blood everywhere, even on the windows. And I saw to my left a VHS tape. When I checked it out, it was just the killer smiling at the camera with the blood starting to pour out of his eyes. It was so uncanny, it felt almost hyper-realistic. It went on for hours and hours. I noticed it was actually real because the sun was setting. Real creepy stuff I saw in the scene itself too. The victim's intestines were ripped out and were placed in his ribcage. And when I looked at the ground, the killer's name? Blood Rage. Written in blood. When I came back to the police station, I was exhausted, so I rested for 3¼ minutes. But I had a weird dream where I was in a strange room and the killer showed up and told me to check the interrogation room so he could kill me there. And I woke up to no one in the office, which was weird because it was barely 2 p.m. So I walked to the interrogation room and I saw him there. He was standing in the electric chair and he was being shocked constantly, but he wouldn't die no matter how much he was shocked. He was taunting me. Luckily, when he stood up, he was stopped. His ghost brother showed up, Jimi Hendrix. He looked like Clarence, except with inverted colors, and he saved me by taking his brother back into the never after before. I'm still shook with fear, and if you're wondering, I am not having fun. The end. For now. I noticed that he was standing in the electric chair, and then he stood up later. Minor spelling error, minor grammar.
That's actually so funny. I guess I'll pull up yours now. The mystery of the dollar bill code. Episode 1. I'm on the mission from High Chancellor Doug of the High Chancel. The goal: a patch of potatoes for the dinner party on Thursday. I look at the map I was given. It's got a lot of things marked on it. Tons of Taco Bell, bathrooms, and other goodies. And in the middle of the junkyard is a potato patch that you should get you. Why is that actually like kind of an interesting premise?
Oh, just so you wait.
I snap my fingers and the helicopter I'm in that. Oh, the helicopter I'm in lands atop the arch of the McDonald's M. I slide out and tumble to the ground softly and smoothly as I slick back my hair. I strut confidently over to the junkyard because I'm sure I will get the potatoes. I take an alley on my way to the junkyard. As I get about halfway through, a random guy with glasses and platform Crocs. That's an insane visual. That goes hard. The bumbles up to me. I'm Josh the Barbarian. I saw my eyes just like went down a little bit. I saw the word wrist and I'm already
No.
I am dreading.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Sentence. I'm Josh the Barbarian, guardian of this alleyway, and you gotta raise me up to get past. Yeah, I look at him confused. He then holds a die in his greasy hands. I decline the offer, and he sends me back the way I came. I ignore him and push past. As I continue, he yells at me. Beware the guardian of the potato grove. He's deadly. There is no guardian of the grove. That's a lot of bull honky. Episode 2. Previously, I landed my helicopter and slicked back my hair, and then I went to seek out the potato patch in the junkyard. On the way there, a nerd stopped me and tried to roleplay. I declined, then I continued on as he warned me about the guardian of the grove.
After a few minutes of searching through rusting metal, golden toilets, and a heap of shiny cans that someone is collecting, I find the potatoes. I run to the patch and start picking potatoes, filling my baskets with spuds. But as I turn to leave, I hear a shout. A man jumps out. He's clearly not showered in a bajillion years, and he wields a golden broadsword with a hole in the tip where an axe is wedged sideways. This is probably referring to the person that the nerd in the last episode was referring to. I drop my baskets and run, but not before I get sliced up pretty badly. I get back to the alley where Josh still is. I need help! I've been injured! I cry, but Josh just looks at me smugly. He snarkily states, I told you so. If you want some of these band-aids, you'll have to roll a nat 20 on Ridge, my guy, no cap. With nowhere else to turn, I take the die. It slides around in my hand because it's so greasy. I roll it and get a 3. Josh just scoops up the die and leaves. Episode 3. Previously, I find the patch of potatoes and start filling my baskets, but then I am jumped by a homeless man who slashes me with his axe attached to the front of his sword. I get back to the alley for help, but because I failed my Riz check, I didn't get any bandages. I decide to call my family. They're all bunched up on the FaceTime and start instantly making fun of me and my receding hairline. After a few minutes of being tormented, I hang up. I decide I have to call the Navy to get some help with this doozy of a pickle I found myself in. A few minutes later, I hear a loud bam, bang, screech, boom, squish, jingle jangle, Navy! And I look to see the entire Navy fleet accidentally beach themselves, and all their weapons got filled with sand. I run over and try to find something to use. I go crew cabin to crew cabin looking for anything I can fight the guardian of the potato grove with. I find someone's marble collection. I ask if I can use it, and the guy says,
Yeah, sure, bro.
I start throwing the marbles at the beach. Then another Navy guy comes up to me and says he has a slingshot, and he's kind of cracked with it. So I hand him the marbles, and he shoots right into the grove guardian's foot. The guardian slides into the ocean and disappears forever. I go get the potatoes and bring them back to my boss triumphantly. The end. Here we have our bingo card. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
I
said
have mine.
please use commas is one of them?
Yeah.
So there is the I am not having fun ending, I remember that.
No, yeah.
Does hyperrealistic object count here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I added the word in there.
Okay, great.
This
Comedy.
basically just like the 3 points round for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
okay. Would someone standing in an electric chair count as disregarding the OSHA violations? Or,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
okay then, there's 4. So that makes the points. I got 4, plus the first person bonus, and you got 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Scores 9-7. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
so we have a new rule as well. This one's going to be really interesting. We have the list of tropes that are on the bingo card. We get 1 point for every trope we add to our story, but you get 2 points per square on your bingo card now. Timer is starting in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. What about something that's like really, really meta? So it's like really, really immersing. Like you're deep in this narrative, and then all of a sudden it flips on its head, and the narrative is. I could even pander specifically to Astni, and it's like there's like some entity in Astni's room. Oh my god, I just thought of something. It's like Germa. It's Germa, and he gets done with his stream. He's exhausted. It's never proven he's actually Germa, but it's implied. He steps out of the house. He goes for a walk, but weird things start happening around, and he's always talking to like quote unquote chat that's never real. It's never there. He grabs his coat and his trusty knife. He named Chad. No, I have a plan here. So he's at this car that's like sitting in the intersection waiting for the light to turn green, and he's just gonna stop. He's just gonna hold on to the handle. The guy's gonna try and like slam on the gas. The car will not move. He's just holding the car in place. Oh, Astni.
You didn't finish, did you?
I believe I'm done.
Oh. Okay,
10 minutes.
I'm really close. I'm not too bothered by it.
Yeah, you have 10 minutes, so I think you're good. You probably won't believe me if I told you this, but it's a true story. My name is Zucker, and I have a computer science class tomorrow at middle school. And let me tell you a secret. The shadow government is going to hold a pop quiz to see who will be the next tax collector. And whoever loses will get executed and sent to 4chan. No one knows except for me. And I'm going to study like my life depends on it. I come back home, and in the dumps outside I see a copy of Tax Collector Simulator 2018. Except it was a cardboard disc with Tax Collector Simulator 2018.exe written with Sharpie. I take it in as I hear a monster scream. It sounded like it had bad hair follicles.
Good reference.
I get it. I come to school the next day and I load up the game in class in hopes of expanding my brain immensely. I'm not reading that.
Please, I like hearing people that don't speak Spanish try.
Okay, I'm gonna read it in the
speak
most
Spanish.
American fucking way of all time.
Oh yes, please. I love
Pero
it.
cuando lo uso me teletransportan a la escuela invertida. Why me asusta mucho? Because the taxman is coming. A tall red figure with only a knife in hand. It doesn't even laugh and starts running towards us. But he is very slow, almost like living flesh over a metal endoskeleton.
You
So I
probably
start
won't get the reference,
running
but
at my
there is
average
one.
speed of 200 miles per hour, but then I see him climbing up a forklift as the school starts to flood. And several of my friends die, and as the taxman comes at me, he is surfing the forklift now. I start to tick like a clock as I go insane. As I write this, I think he will catch me. And wait, I see a head coming out of my screw. Police report 262801. The school, with no name in the middle of nowhere, has inverted its colors. And it's empty. Only flooded. Almost like the government LSD tests made by the light government. The only one. A phone was found with a hand coming through it, and no other traces of life. Like and repost to save your life. Much love the police. XOXO, the end.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, you're gonna love mine. Well, maybe you. I don't know what you're gonna think of mine, because mine is entirely contrary to what you'd expect.
Here we go. Another 3-pager. After a long day of streaming, Jeremy is tired. He clicks end stream. Then he sits there for a long moment. He looks around this room, noticing the beige, undecorated walls. My eyes keep gravitating towards the word Eminem. And again, I'm filled with dread.
Get ready.
He looks at the bland white carpet. The yellow Eminem smile at him. He smiles back, ear to ear, then further. The yellow gloss of the Eminem mirrors the smile of Jeremy, reflecting his stretched face across its small round surface. Finally, after what seems like an hour and 20 minutes...
As he stands up, his computer screen flashes all sorts of colors. A brilliant display of chaos. Then as suddenly as it started, it stops. Jeremy is unfazed. He may not have even noticed. Jeremy is craving the outdoors. He hasn't been out in weeks. He grabs his coat and his trusty knife he named Chat and stumbles into the street. The street is quiet and a thick layer of fog rolls in with every footstep Jeremy takes, following him. As Jeremy wanders down towards Haviture Way, he spots a person waiting at the intersection, driving a yellow BMW. He hurries towards the car, loops around in front of it, and grips the handle. The person in the car panics and checks to lock the door. Jeremy begins to twist the handle. The person in the car slams their foot on the gas, but the car won't move. Jeremy is holding it still. He rips open the door and jams his knife into the driver's gut. Then he twists. The driver goes limp, letting go of Jeremy's hand. Jeremy then looks at the knife. Chad, I swear I'm not crazy. You gotta believe me, that guy was evil. Jeremy mutters at the blade, but the knife continues to mock him. Mods banned that guy for 2 years. Still, the knife mocks him. Jeremy rolls his eyes and continues walking down the street towards oncoming cars. As the cars hit him, they explode into brilliant yellow flashes, peeking through the cracks in the fog, and leaving behind no traces of the cars that were there before. The sun sets, then rises, then sets. Jeremy chuckles deviously. Then he continues down the street, humming Imagine Dragons to himself the whole time. He passes rows upon rows of 3-story yellow houses, stacked up to the high heavens. As he walks by, he holds out Chat, slicing clearly through every house. Jeremy slowly opens his eyes. The splitting noise of his blaring alarm clock is blinding. He rolls over and fumbles around for his clock, eventually grasping it. He turns it over in his hands until he manages to turn off the alarm. Tossing soiled bedsheets from himself, he stands up and stretches. Crumbs of last night's dinner tumble out of his beard. He stumbles to the kitchen, which is backed up with trash. He squeezes some of the juices from the freshest bag into a mug and drops in a few coffee beans. All the walls used to be beige, but now are grays, greens, and blues from rot and mold. Just like every morning, he walks over to the front door, sipping his drink. He slams his whole body into it and turns the handle, but it doesn't budge. He's still barricaded in. He stumbles into his prayer room, where on the altar in the middle lies a large sack of yellow M&Ms and a wicked dagger, with sharp, jagged cracks all along it. He smiles at the M&Ms as he picks up the blade. The M&Ms smile back. They hold each other's gaze for a long time before Jeremy slides the knife into his pocket for later use. He returns to the front door a short time later and jams the knife into it. On the other side, the knife connects with concrete. It's no use. Jeremy slouches down the door, splinters digging into his back like daggers. He sits there for the rest of the day, like always. The end.
That was actually super well written. What the fuck?
Thank you. There's a clip of Jerma in his iconic comb stream where one of his chatters goes, "Jerma, you look like the yellow M&M today." And then he stands up and like compares himself to the yellow M&M for like 4 minutes. And that's why the yellow M&M is in this story.
That's why.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Because of our new thing where you get a point for every trope you did, I'm gonna run through all the tropes that I put in, and then you can check off the ones that you see.
Oh.
We're gonna start off weirdly specific time duration. Evil/devious laugh. Disregarding OSHA violations. Refusal to use anything other than a knife or similar weapon. There is no evidence left behind with the car. Superhuman feats done by a regular citizen when he held a car in place. You probably won't believe me when he was talking to chat. Impossible smile. Hardware limits pushed too far, I think is the last one. Okay, wait. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 things. Can you list off the ones that you had in yours?
Yeah. Hardware pushed too far.
Right, okay.
Cryptographer required.
Alright.
Child death, if you have that one.
I do. Oh, I didn't add my time bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. This might be Jover.
Yeah, actually. Chain leather.
No.
You probably won't believe me.
I have that.
Evil laugh.
I have that.
Possible smile.
I have that.
Disregarding OSHA.
I have that.
Oh, this sucks for me.
Oh my god.
No. Police report at the end.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The superhuman feats done by a regular citizen.
I have that.
There was no evidence left behind.
I have that.
And also, refusal to use knife or some similar weapon.
Fuck, I don't have that. Okay, I want you to just see my bingo card. Should we tally those up then? So first of all, how many points did you get from the
I-
tropes that you added.
Also, do you have not calling the police for no reason on your?
Yeah, that's a bingo. Is that on there?
Oh God, no!
Does that go on there?
Yes.
Okay.
It does. This sucks. I picked the wrong one. 16
No shot, you have 16.
in total.
16 in total of the tropes you put in there.
What is this?
Do you have very detailed body horror in there? Probably not, right?
No.
Was there a random
You
object in a
just-
dumpster? Wait, hold on. Did you
Yeah.
have that one?
Yeah, because they found the disc in there.
Right. So it's the score. Oh my god, I was 10 above you, which is actually not as
Oh.
extreme as it sounded initially.
Yeah, fair.
That's a win for Mr. Cool.
I'll take the L on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wrap up mine.
Bye bye, chat.